The first stop this morning is Brooklyn Bagel and Coffee Company, after stepping out of Penn Station and walking towards downtown. This is my 2-day trip to New York City, Saturday and Sunday, where I stayed overnight at the Four Seasons downtown. I won't show that hotel today, but you can see a tour of that luxury 5-star hotel in my last video. But on this video, I'll be doing sort of a walking food tour of downtown New York City, where I did not have much time to spend on my last 5-day trip. There was no line outside to get into Brooklyn Bagel, but it was pretty busy inside. They have a large menu of bagel sandwiches, but I wasn't that hungry, so I went with a toasted bagel with cream cheese. There were not many options for bagels, I think just a half dozen varieties, so I chose the everything bagel, but they did have an extensive selection of cream cheese. I wanted something spicy, so I went with the Asiago and jalapeno cream cheese, and they were very generous with that portion. It had just the right amount of heat, but I couldn't really taste the Asiago part. The bagel itself had a nice texture, nice and airy and fluffy inside, and chewy on the outside. I've had the smoked salmon bagels at Zucker's and Essa Bagel, so I can't compare directly, but Brooklyn Bagel is definitely a solid choice. Walking further south through Washington Square Park and towards Soho for my lunch reservation, I'm hoping to stop at Watches of Switzerland before lunch. But maybe I should have had breakfast at Apollo Bagels, because there is a line outside to get in, so it must be good. I saw this a few times today, people forming up long lines outside for no apparent reason, and I couldn't figure out what they were waiting for. I arrived at Watches of Switzerland in Soho 5 minutes before opening, and I was the first to get inside, and there were 2 people behind me in line. By coincidence, the first person I met inside the door was the same salesperson that I met with at my first visit 2 years ago. Everything for Rolex was exhibition only, except they did have a 37mm two-tone Yachtmaster for sale, and a solid yellow gold Sky Dweller with the champagne dial for sale. In the pre-owned section, I tried on the ladies' Nautilus from the early 2000s. She told me it did not look too small on my wrist, but the person at Wempe, when I tried on the ladies' Nautilus, said it was too small for my wrist and that I shouldn't get it. I'm having lunch at Damaka, which sits inside the Essex Market. It's a nice market inside, similar to Chelsea Market in the Meatpacking District or Reading Terminal Market in Philadelphia, but smaller than those markets. Damaka is a popular Indian restaurant, but it's a small space inside. I made a reservation for 12 noon on Saturday, and there were still a few open tables while I was eating. The menu is organized from small plates to larger plates. I wasn't extremely hungry, so I chose one of the middle options. The butter pepper garlic crab I think is a popular choice. At first I thought it would be too small, but after finishing it, it did fill me up and it was just the right portion for lunch. I think I could have also finished off a small plate from the top of the menu, but I was satisfied with this anyway. I don't think that I specified the spice level, but it turned out to be the right level of spice. I added the red onion on top, and I could taste the black pepper and the garlic, and the butter crab was a generous portion, and it was rich but not too rich. It came with a small portion of rice, but I think they could have included more rice. At $45.73 before tip, it's not an inexpensive meal. I'm walking further downtown towards the financial district through Chinatown, and I stopped at an incredible architectural building, the Shops at the Oculus. The next morning, even though I walked over 20,000 steps the previous day and my feet were tired, I wanted to walk the Brooklyn Bridge. This is my first time on the bridge, and I didn't make it all the way. I think I made it about 1/3 of the way, but it's still a great place to look back and get views of the buildings of Manhattan. For lunch, this is my first time at Los Tacos No. 1. They have several locations across the city. The menu is pretty simple, tacos or tostados or quesadillas, and the interior is also simple with just some stand-up tables to eat your food. They make the fresh tortillas in front of you and assemble the tacos. The toppings include onions, cilantro, salsa, and guacamole. I ordered the carne asada taco with the usual toppings. There's also a salsa bar on the side for further salsa options, but I just added a squeeze of lime. And the taco was extremely tasty and delicious. I think now this is my favorite taco place. And the price is reasonable, around $6 per taco. I think most people order 2 or 3, but I only ordered 1 because I have more food to go. I was thinking about trying Prince Street Pizza or Scar's Pizza, but Joe's Pizza was right here, and I've never been here before. I didn't want to go to Sari's Pizza because I didn't want to order a whole pie and wait 2 hours to get it. There was no line outside in front of Joe's Pizza, but it was pretty busy inside. Very crowded inside, and I just barely found a tight spot in the corner to sit down and eat. I ordered the regular cheese slice, and it has the right ratio of sauce and cheese. It tastes similar to Bleecker Street Pizza, but I think this is slightly better because the crust is lighter. But not quite as good as John's Pizza, so I would put this between Bleecker Street Pizza and John's Pizza, and I would put number 1 as Linda Street Pizza. Right down the street is 7th Street Burger. I wasn't hungry and I wasn't planning on it, but I stopped in anyway to try their burger. The inside is very Spartan and the menu is very simple with just 3 options: the cheeseburger, double cheeseburger, or the Impossible Burger, plus fries and drinks. I ordered the regular cheeseburger, and this is the classic smash burger style. It tasted fine, but it wasn't extraordinary. Maybe because I wasn't that hungry, I wasn't really blown away by it. This was just a little bit too greasy, and I think Hamburger America was slightly better. Next up, I'm walking along Wall Street in the financial district, and I'll try to get a shot of the New York Stock Exchange and the Bull on Wall Street. Then on to Battery Park and try to get a view of the Statue of Liberty from Manhattan. I'm all the way down at the southern tip of Manhattan, so I'll have to take the subway to get back up to Penn Station. But I got off at the wrong exit and I ended up back up near Times Square. But I still have some time to kill before I need to get back home, so I'll stop and sit down for a beer, and I found the Yard House, and they're known for having the largest selection of draft beer on tap. The menu had a huge selection of beer, and I asked the waiter for something very light and mild, and he suggested a Pilsner. This was good, but I think I was looking for something even more mild. I always seem to end up back at Bryant Park because it's close to Penn Station, and I think this is my favorite park in New York City. I still did not want to start heading back home, so I sat down at this outdoor cafe for another beer. I did not end up going to the Booker store at Bryant Park because I wasn't paying attention to the time and it was closing, and I wasn't paying attention to the weather forecast because I got caught in a sudden downpour. I'll wait it out and look for someplace else to go inside and eat, but I did end up getting some nice shots of New York City after the rain. I'm back to Los Tacos #1 because they have a location right next to Penn Station and Madison Square Garden, and I couldn't resist. This time I had the chicken taco, and this was just as good as the carne asada. I talked to the manager and he said they have 10 locations across the city. I asked him how they make their chicken, and he said it's marinated for 2 days and then grilled, but he would not give me the ingredients of the marinade. Thanks again for everyone watching my travel videos and watching this video this far. This time I'm certain I won't be back to New York City until next summer. So for now, I'll get back to my regular old style of video content.